Hi everyone, welcome back to the Nature Patch. My name is Robin and welcome back to another video. Today I'm in kind of a different location. It is actually very beautiful and drizzly and rainy outside, but I really wanted to film a video today, so I thought I would film it inside in my office. So I've tried to make it a little bit more Christmassy for the season and also try and bring nature inside with a bit of photography that I've been doing over the past few weeks. I did miss a video last week because I just really needed kind of a weekend where I didn't do much, and we went up to Springbrook National Park with my family. It was such a beautiful trip, and I've got a video coming out soon of a little vlog summarizing the area because I know a few of you really like to see what it's like around the Brisbane region. So we went up to the rainforest and stayed in an Airbnb for the weekend, which was really nice just to relax, kind of regain a little bit of mental health and just spend some time with family while we can still travel in Australia. So that was really lovely, but I'm really excited this weekend to get back out in the garden and start planting some plants, because now is such a great time to plant when it's raining and the ground is nice and wet and I can dig holes pretty easy. So I really want to get planting this weekend. But I thought I would do a little bit of a video on what you can grow and sow around the December to January period for subtropical climates. I really love watching these videos. They're really helpful just to kind of remind me of a few different things that I can plant. So hopefully this video will be helpful for you all if you're a little bit stuck on what you can grow at this time. I know all of you out there, including me, have a box that kind of looks a little bit like this, which is very messy and full of seeds because I am definitely a self-confessed seed hoarder, but I've gone through them all and picked out a few that I really know that I want to plant now because I need to get them in the ground so that I can have fruits and vegetables before the winter comes. If you're new to this channel or you have watched a few videos before, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and also the like button if you like these kinds of videos. It really helps me to figure out what videos you enjoy and also to kind of get on the magical algorithm of YouTube to get these videos out to even more people. And also a prerequisite generally for these videos is to grab a cup of tea or coffee. I'm opting for a coffee today in my cute little cat and mouse mug. It's very cute. I also have a little kitty cat next to me who is so very tired from her time outside this morning exploring around with a little bit of supervision. So she's also going to join us having a little nap. So December and January, thankfully, is one of my favorite times of the year, not only because it's Christmas, but also it's when the rain kind of starts in subtropical climate and it becomes a little bit easier to do gardening around southeast Queensland and subtropical climate. It has been really dry here the past few months and it's starting to green up a little bit, and that means that it's definitely time to get all of your cucumbers and zucchinis planted. There is a long list of things that we can plant around this season, so I'm going to include quite a large list in the description box, but I'm also just going to chat through a few different specific species that I'll be planting in my garden. So the first few are your zucchinis, cucumbers and squash, and watermelon is a great time to plant all of those plants that really love the warm climate and that also love a little bit more rain as well. So for zucchinis, I will be planting the grey zucchini, which I grew last year, one here. And I'm also going to be planting my golden zucchini, which I absolutely love this zucchini. It's one of my favorite zucchinis. And I'm also going to be planting the Ronda Denise, which is a little bit more of a round zucchini. You can see that. So that's what I'm going to be planting for zucchinis. And for the cucumbers, I'm going to be planting the green gem variety. So I just need to put together a little bit of a structure for that so I can have my cucumbers grow up. I'm not going to be growing some pickling cucumbers this year just because I don't really have like a very large space already set up, but I do really want some cucumbers. And I'm not going to be growing Kiwano cucumbers again. They take up so much space, but it is a great time to get your cucumbers in depending on what variety you want to grow. Now's a great time. For pumpkins, I'm going to be growing the spaghetti squash again. I loved growing that last year. It was such a cool plant to grow, and I'm also going to be trying to grow the sugar baby watermelons again. I had a go at this the other year and I had the teeniest tiny watermelon, but I'm going to try again and see if I can get a big one this year. And also things like rock melons, your larger big pumpkins like Queensland Blue. Now is a great time to get all of those in the ground. You just want to make sure that they've got nice nutritious soil, so lots of compost, and that it's well draining for when we do start to get these heavier rainfall periods as well. Fingers crossed we get the La Nina that they've been talking about, so you definitely want to make sure that you have well draining soils for the next few months. So moving on, now is kind of one of the last times when I would probably plant Rosella. I mean, you can plant it throughout the whole year in the subtropical climate. It's just that we live a little bit further inland where we do tend to sometimes get frosts. So I want to be getting my Rosellas in now, and I've just planted a whole bunch of these. Hopefully they're going to pop up soon, but these are from all of the seeds that I saved from last year. Rosellas need a good at least 5 months or so of growing in warmer temperatures. So December, January is a good time to get those in the ground. It's also a perfect time to still sow corn. I'm going to be sowing some, what is this? It's sweet corn, the Jolly Roger sweet corn. I've already planted some bicolor corn which have just started flowering, and they are doing amazing in the raised beds that I've got. So I'm excited to see how they go, and I will be planting some more corn soon around that area. I'm also going to be planting some Blue Lake climbing beans. I really love the Blue Lake beans. They grow really well in this area. You definitely need a good support structure for them to grow up. But they are quite an easy bean to grow, and now is a good time. They will be growing very fast, I'm sure. So these take around 65 to 75 days, and you know, that's a few months. So excited to get those in the ground. And I'm also going to be growing some bush beans as well. So I'm going to try the Royal Burgundy because I kind of want a green bean and a red bean as well. So these ones hopefully will grow okay. I also love to plant basil around this time, and also alongside that I like to plant my tomatoes. So I don't have too much success growing tomatoes up until now, just because it is so dry and hot, where we were getting the 40-degree days where, you know, the fruit would just drop off the plant. It was that hot. So I've planted quite a bit of basil, and I'm also going to be planting my tomatoes too. I'm not going to be planting as many as I did last year because I went a little bit overboard on the tomatoes, but I am going to be choosing just a few varieties to plant, one of which is the pink Thai egg variety, and a few other cherry tomatoes as well. And similar to tomatoes, something that also really likes the heat is your capsicums and chilies. So I've got quite a few jalapeno plants growing at the moment, but I will be planting some black olive chilies and the usual Californian Wonder capsicum, because I had a lot of struggles trying to find capsicum seeds this year. So I'm going to be planting the usual Californian Wonder. I really like this capsicum. It is nice and sweet. So I'm going to get that in the ground. Typically I find capsicums can be overwintered in this area. So I do have a few from last season as well. But I do want to get quite a few more in the ground because who doesn't love fresh capsicum? Let's see. Also, it's a great time to plant some green manure. Because of the rain and the temperatures, everything's going to be growing like crazy. So I'm going to be planting some more pigeon peas, which also reminds me, I do have quite a lot that I save seeds for, and I've got some special seed packets to put those seeds in, which I will grab right now before I forget. These are all of the pigeon pea seeds that I saved from my other plants, and I wanted to get them in something a little bit nicer than a Snap-Log bag. And I've kindly got sent a few seed packets from Debbie over at Deb's Flowchart on Etsy. I'll also put her Instagram here as well if you wanted to go check her page out. So she kindly sent me a few little packets, and I have cut them out and put them together. They're really easy to cut out, and you basically print them off when you buy the PDF, and you can print them off to whatever paper you want, and then cut them out and put them together with double-sided tape. I wish I could say I'm more of a crafty person, but they were quite easy to do for a not very crafty person. So I'm actually going to be putting some of the seeds that I've saved into these packets. She's got really pretty designs for tomato seeds, which I save a lot of tomato seeds, and also these beautiful flower packets, which is going to be great for all of the flower seeds that I've been saving. And then she's got quite a few designs for all of the pumpkins and squash as well. So thank you, Debbie, for sending these through. I'll include all of the details for these down below, but I think I'm going to be putting a lot of the pigeon pea seeds in some of these, and also some of the everlasting daisy seeds that I saved, and zinnias as well that I've already saved. Which comes on to the next thing that we can sow is so many different flowers. So I am going to be sowing quite a few zinnias, quite a few everlasting daisies, cosmos, and also planting my bunch of natives that I have outside as well. So these are all going to bring a really pretty autumn show of flowers. I find I get a really nice show in autumn and winter of these kind of more cottagey flowers, and to do that I kind of need to get them all in the ground now so that they have enough time to grow before that period. Okay, I've got a list of things on my phone actually that I should probably read off to see if I've missed anything. So I missed talking about eggplant. Eggplant is another thing that is great to plant right now, as well as your sunflowers, another seed that I actually have so many seeds saved for that I need to put into the seed packets. Things that I probably wouldn't sow are things like your brassicas and onions. I'd probably steer clear from a lot of kind of Asian greens, although that being said, I did plant some lettuce the other day. I find cos lettuce does pretty well all year round here, particularly if you have those kind of more shady microclimates. And like I say in all my videos, this is not an exhaustive list, it's just kind of a list that I'll be planting and giving a few ideas. So a few other things that are on the to grow list for me are probably going to be some sweet potatoes and different herbs like mint and parsley. Parsley kind of grows okay all year round here as long as it's got a bit of a shady spot as well. Ginger is a great thing to plant right now. I planted some more lavender and thyme as well. Okra. I need to find where my saved okra seeds are because okra is such a great plant to get in the ground now. And other things that I probably would steer clear of are things like your root vegetables. That being said, unless you've got a perfect microclimate for them. And maybe things like potatoes as well. If it is a really moist and warm environment, growing potatoes might be a little challenging as well. So I'm going to include the rest of everything and the full entire list of what you can grow and sow from December all through January. Let me know a few things that you've planted in the last week or so to help give a little bit more ideas in the comment section. I learned so much from everyone, and it's really cool that we can have a little bit of a conversation down there. I'll definitely be back with quite a few more videos. Hopefully I can get some more filmed this weekend. The rain has stopped for a little bit now, so I'm going to go out and plant some more plants right now. I will be very busy in the next few weeks sowing all of these seeds. I really hope you're all having a lovely day wherever you are in the world, that you're having good weather, that you're staying safe, and hopefully getting to spend a little bit of time with family if you can throughout the Christmas season. As I said before, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button for more videos like this, and until my next video, happy gardening everyone. Bye!